Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our ISKCON official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, 15th chapter, text 1 onwards. 1 to 4, in this chapter, Krishna and Balaram enter the forest along with the cowherd boys. His Lord's Pauganda lila at the age of sixth year. Shishugavaz. So in verse 1 it is stated that Shishugavaz Tatasya Pauganda Vayasito Brade Bhuvastau Pasupara Samato Bhasaranto Sakivi Samang Padai Vrindavanam Punyam Ativa Chakratuhu. Sukadeva Goswami said, when Lord Ram and Lord Krishna attained the age of Pauganda, that is 6 to 10, by living in Vrindavan, the cowherd men allowed them to take up the task of tending the cows. Engaging thus in the company of their friends, the two boys rendered the land of Vrindavan most auspicious by imprinting upon it the marks of their lotus feet. There are 19 signs on the feet of the lotus feet of the Lord. It will describe later. So, in the purport it is said by the disciples of Srila Prabhupada Maharaj that Lord Krishna wanted to encourage his cowherd boy friends who had been swallowed by Aghasura and then stolen by Lord Brahma. Therefore, the Lord decided to bring them into the palm tree forest called Talavanna, where there are many delicious ripe fruits. Since Lord Krishna's spiritual body had apparently grown slightly in age and strength, the senior men of Vrindavan, headed by Nanda Maharaj, decided to promote Krishna from the task of herding calves to the status of a regular cowherd boy. He would now take care of the full-grown cows, bulls, and oxen. Out of great affection, Nanda Maharaj had previously considered Krishna too small and immature to take care of full-grown cows and bulls. It is stated in the Kartika Mahatmya section of the Padma Purana that the 8th lunar day of the bright fortnight of the month of Kartika is known by the authorities as Gopashtami. From that day, the Lord Vasudeva served as a cowherd, whereas previously he had tended the calves. The word Padehi indicates that Lord Krishna blessed the earth by walking on her surface with his lotus feet. The Lord wore no shoes or other footgear, but walked barefoot in the forest, giving great anxiety to the girls of Vrindavan, who feared that his soft lotus feet would be injured. So, some other purports are also there. I would like to speak from Sanatana Goswami, Brihad Vaishnava Dasani. Tatha is an ornament of speech, or it indicates there was no delay in performing other pastimes after herding the calves. The word cha stands for two, indicating a new subject matter. The two boys were served Sritau by the age beginning with 6 years, Pauganda, suitable for revealing more rasa than the previous age. The pastimes of Pauganda age took place in Braja and no hairheads. Mention of the word Braja indicates the great auspiciousness and sweetness of that place. That should be understood when the word Braja is mentioned later in the text as well. So, for a long time, Krishna with Balaram had desired to herd the cows as well as the calves in order to play in the forest of Vrindavan. Now, herding cows was approved. Pasupara Samatavu, seeing the young age of their children, Nanda and others had not permitted it out of their affection for the children. Now they permitted it when the boys showed more strength and were older. Um, the calves went with their mothers since they couldn't give up associating with Krishna and were also attached to their mothers, though no longer drinking their milk. The bulls also followed after Krishna. They all tried to approach Krishna, even though restrained by others. Without Krishna, they would not go to the forest. Krishna and Balaram went together because they were non-different from each other by great affection. The word Pasupara also indicates that buffaloes and other animals also went. He went with his friends Sakivi Saha. That means they all desired to herd the cows at this time. That means those who were previously herding the cows now ceased from herding the cows. Krishna began herding cows on the Kartika Shukla Ashtami. It did not wear shoes in order to give mercy to the earth which suffered and cried for his appearance. He also didn't wear shoes in order to reveal beauty, punyam, by the extraordinary marks of thunderbolt, ankusa, etc. Though Vrindavan was naturally beauty, it now became even more beautiful because of those marks, ativa, appearing everywhere, or it became more beautiful than Vaikuntha. In this way, I'd like to speak the next verse, that is verse 2. तन्माधवो वेणुम् उदीरयन् पितो गोपैः गृणद्भिः स्व यशो बलान्वितः पशून् पुरस्कृत्य पशव्यम् आविशत् विहर्तु कामः कुसुमाकरं वने. Thus, desiring to enjoy pastimes, Lord Madhava, sounding his flute, surrounded by cowherd boys who were chanting his glories, and accompanied by Lord Baladev, kept the cows before him and entered the Vrindavan forest, which was full of flowers and rich with nourishment for the animals. So the Prabhupada Maharaj purport says that Srila Sanatana Goswami, he quotes from Sanatana Goswami, has explained the various meaning of the word Madhava as follows. Madhava normally indicates Krishna to be the Lord who is the consort of the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi. This name also implies that Lord Krishna descended in the dynasty of Madhu. Since the spring season is also known as Madhava, it is understood that as soon as Lord Krishna entered the Vrindavan forest, it automatically exhibited all the opulence of spring, becoming filled with flowers, breezes, and a celestial atmosphere. Another reason for Lord Krishna is known as Madhava is that he enjoys his pastimes in Madhu, in the taste of conjugal love. Lord Krishna would loudly sound his flute as he entered the forest of Vrindavan, thus giving an inconceivable bliss to all the residents of his hometown, Brajadhama. These simple pastimes of playfully entering the forest, playing on the flute, and so forth are performed daily in the spiritual land of Vrindavan. So, Srila Jiva Goswami, Laghu Vaishnava Darshan says that having stated in a general way that the two boys headed the cows, Shukadev now describes details of the sweet pastimes by describing the first day, with Krishna being most prominent, so that this need not be described elsewhere. Tat indicates Vrindavan or the forest with indescribable, most famous glories. Madha means the dearmost of Lakshmi. Out of great prema, remembering the particular pastime, Sukadev uses this word. It indicates that Vrindavan was filled with all treasures. The word Madhava also means springtime, causing joy to the forest. They played their flutes and loudly, Udirayan, because of the joy on entering the forest themselves, and because of eagerness to announce both joyfully to the inhabitants of the forest that they had arrived. Their friends glorified them out of joy and love. At the beginning of their forest play, they entered within the forest with affection, avisa. Another meaning is that they made the inhabitants of the forest because become submerged with the thoughts of Krishna. The forest was naturally filled with flowers of all seasons. Since the forest was suitable for the cows would be happy and there would be no effect and no effort to care for them. Since they were surrounded by other boys, the two boys had strength. Thus they had the elements for playing happily. Thus it is said they desire to play. In this way, we will describe how this pastime will be described. So, thank you very much for listening to this lecture, and please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like our channel, and get the best. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.